Hey YouTube, it's your beekeeper here, coming at you from Rancho. Check it out, the Dodge truck got us up here. Skippy and I came up for this trip. What are we up here for? Oh, check it out. We got a 600-gallon poly tank and a 450-gallon poly tank that we're going to do for fire suppression. This one came off a flatbed. This one's portable, it's got feet, so that'll be coming up here pretty soon. I'm on the hunt right now for a trailer, a tandem trailer that I can make into a water buffalo, water tender thing. And this is a stationary tank, it's got a flat bottom. They're a little heavy. Craigslist freebies, of course. It's awesome. That one weighs about 280 pounds, I think it is. So this one's probably a couple hundred pounds. I don't know. We hurt ourselves trying to get into it. But what else are we here for is, the last time I was up, when I look, there's the Yamasaw. When my daughter and I brought up that steel beam, we also noticed that there was a water leak. Yep. So the 1.25 inch nip that comes off that 90 for this pressure tank, how many gallons? I think that's an 80-gallon pressure tank if I'm not mistaken. Either way, it rusted out. It was a galvanized nip and got a hole. So I had to disconnect it, I had to lift it up, throw it over the top by myself. It's a little bit heavy, so with Skippy here it'll be good because it's clumsy. Tanks are clumsy, you know. They're all slick and smooth and stuff. And we got some other projects. This mudroom's a mess, but we'll put it all back together on this trip. Like I said, we have some other projects, some other fun things to do. We'll see. We'll take you guys along. Got to put the flag out. That's our first thing you do when you get here, right? There we go. Oh yeah, that's glorious. I love this truck. These tanks are huge. That tank's 7 foot tall. I think that deck height is about 48 inches probably. So sits pretty high. All right, we're gonna start getting some things taken apart. First thing we're gonna do is get this water going. I don't know how exciting that'll be, but we'll see. All right, we'll be right back. There we go, 1.25 inch, 12-inch Galvy nip. Have the union on there. 4 complete wraps of the blue plumber's tape. Snug fit. Lift up, over, hook up the dielectric, turn the well on, see if we have any leaks. You're not going to see the tomfoolery of us trying to lift this thing because I got to pay attention to what's going on. We'll be right back. Alright, so a little quick something, a little there and this and that. We got everything back. We're going to let it set for 24 hours. We did flush the line a little bit. That's the water that's there. But it does not appear to have any. This is the weirdest configuration. The previous owner did this. That's where the well comes into the house, and that's where it goes, or comes in from water. That's where the water comes into the house from the well. And that's where it goes out into the house. Yeah, we don't drink this water anyway. We drink spring water from the house. This is well water, and I really don't like the flavor of well water. It's just me. So really, the well water is used for showers, toilets, and laundry. Cooking and drinking water is a cooler that we fill at a local spring, and we've got that in the kitchen. We do get this water and the spring water sampled and tested every 12 to 24 months, depending. Sometimes we forget a year, but it's always come back clean. Oop, my hand's in the way. It's always come back clean. So I mean, the well water is good enough to drink. It's just I don't like the taste of well water. I'm not that bougie, I guess. Maybe I am. I don't know. And then this is the sand filter we can. But we get really this red dirt, and every now and then we'll get some sediment coming in from the well that stains it. Super fine sediment, gets past just about everything. But we've got almost 60 pounds of water pressure in the tank. That's awesome. We ain't got no leaks. That's awesome. We're up here for a few days. No water. So we'll leave the insulation out of the box for at least 24 hours. Make sure everything looks good, and then we'll wrap it up. Hey YouTube, it's your beekeeper here. Good morning. Smoky, nasty morning here in the great Pacific Northwest. A lot of fires going on. This is late September, mid-September. What is the date today? Mid-September. Continuing on with this work trip. We're meeting up with the neighbor down there later, and gonna run a dozer and cut some fire lines down there, just on the other side of the creek, to try to slow anything down. But before we do that, we need to get these things out of here. This is just a storage trip for these guys. They're a bit clumsy, but we'll get them out of here. They'll be fine. And then, I don't know if you remember on the last trip, I brought up a couple parking lot light ballards, light poles, whatever you want to call them. Poles, probably. They were used for parking lot lights, and I got a couple of the parking lot lights that were job overages. The electrical contractor wasn't going to keep them. He was going to actually toss them. So one of them is going to be made into a flagpole. I think I mentioned that before in a previous video, but if you're first hearing about this, they're 18-foot poles. One's going to be a flagpole, and one is going to be a light pole. So we're going to get these unloaded now. Place them, I think, up there behind that red Suburban. I think it's probably a decent place to put it. And it's really not going to be that exciting, but I'll bring you along if anything good comes up. Smoke in the valley's bad, boys and girls. Oof. We got the tanks unloaded without incident. Use a little hand truck. Did a cold start on this thing. This hasn't run in about 6 months. The old Suburban. But everything's unloaded. Nobody got hurt. It's a good start. Now, actually, right now it's time to, I hear my neighbor just fired up one of his dozers. He has 3 dozers down there. He's an excavating contractor. So I actually got two dozers and 1 tractor with a Gannon box and rippers. And Skippy, my neighbor, and we're gonna hop on some equipment, and we're cutting some fire lines. The fire's like right on the back side of this ridge. You can't even see these trees right now. Well, right now they got a pretty big fire going on the back side of that trees. We're gonna go down by that green belt, just past that green belt, because it's coming this way towards us. Get on the other side of that green belt, and we're just gonna tear a line. We're gonna rip a line basically from the road as far this way as we can get into before we get in the mountains. Chainsaws are all fired up. House is what it is. That's why we have insurance. You know, if we need to beat feet out of here, I got a full tank of fuel in the Dodge, and we'll get out of here. So what we did was we put the tanks right here for right now. Oh yeah, they'll be fine here for right now. That's stationary tank. Like I said, I haven't decided quite where we're going to put that. I think we have an idea. This one's going on a trailer though. 600 gallon tank. That'll be nice. All right, we're gonna start working on stuff and things. I'll take you back. I'll bring you back if anything exciting. I'm a little hypoxic. All this smoke is messing with me. It's bad news. It's bad news, kids. All right, we'll be back. Oh. Skippy's trying to get a 200-year-old rattle can to work. So we decided instead of pouring concrete footings, we would take advantage of the numerous rocks and whatnot we have around the property. As you can tell, they're everywhere, and they're heavy, and they're anchored. So with a surfacer grinder, that's where we're going to put the flagpole, put the cleat, the ropes, the thinguses. They'll go right here by the house. Nice. Good enough. Good stuff. I guarantee, well, I can't guarantee anything, but I'm pretty damn sure that rock's not going to move, regardless of the wind that beats this thing around. So we'll get a little more work done. We'll be right back. Ugh. Well, this one's done. Skippy was generous enough to do the grinding. He drilled the 4 holes, 1/2-inch sleeve anchors, 3.5 inches into the rock. Got a good torque on them. That thing is not going anywhere. Fabbed up that eagle to fit on the top. Put the pulley in, did the rope and the bottom cleat. Now Skippy's grinding the spot for the parking pad back there. I'll show you that here in a second. Oh yeah. Yes. Alright, we swapped out that high pressure sodium mercury vapor, uses lots of electricity, with this LED pole light. I like it. We just flipped the power switch on. It takes it about a minute or so for that little white photo eye to realize it's daytime. And then over here, oh yeah, we can do some nighttime sawmill. Eventually we'll run some conduit, but this is all rock. This shelf, the previous owner wanted to put an in-ground swimming pool here, and he started digging down and ran into a bunch of rock. So we might do, I don't know what we're gonna do for power yet, but for right now we'll just run an extension cord. We'll flip it up on the top of the rocks. Skippy, this is a hard rock right here. So we just have a twist lock, twist plug in the back here. This one has the ability to have 2 street lights, right? I have one more of these pole lights in the garage, and this one has the ability to come off the back. So if we ever wanted to light this path to the other shed there, that's where all the lawnmowers and sit. I don't know that we will or not, but that's what I got. That's what they had. That's what they were throwing away. That's what I got. But pretty sure that anchor will be just fine. So we got that one swapped out to the LED high pressure sodium mercury vapor. Actually, I think it's mercury vapor. I don't remember exactly, but I just know that that's a whole lot less power consumption. We also got this one mounted here, and just like the flagpole, we weren't interested in digging holes in this hard pack and rock, so we just surfaced the top. You see all the dust everywhere. Surface the top, put some anchors in there. It'll be fine. We just put power to them right now. It takes several minutes for them to realize it's daytime and for that photocell to power them down. For right now, we haven't run the hard line to it. We're going to wait till the spring when this stuff has a little bit of moisture in it, just after the snowpack, and we're going to come out of the back here. So for now, we just put a twist plug in there, and then extension cord runs around, plugs into the barn. But when after the snow melts, this stuff is so much easier. When it's dry, man, it's cuckoo. But we'll just trench straight out to the garage where the power is, drop some conduit in there, and hardwire this one to a wall switch. Oh yeah, I like it. Yamasaw. Let's see how well this camera captures. It's only about 9 o'clock. But look at how bright. Oh man. This LED light is 5 or 6 times brighter than that. Oh, sorry, I'm flashing the camera in there like a dummy. It's 5 or 6 times brighter than that mercury vapor light. It's got amazing throw and coverage. Oh, that's awesome. I think that's gold right there. And then, look at this one. Oh, yeah. This one, so, yeah. You put a couple cars out here. I just wanted you to be able to get to and from safely. We do have a wall pack. I think I went over these lights when I first got them. Maybe I didn't. But we got 3 of these pole-mounted lights and 1 wall-mounted light. And now it's definitely a possibility we're going to mount one of those wall packs on the side of the barn here, or the garage. And kind of tuck it up underneath the overhang. Put it on the same power source as this one. Maybe. I think it would give you way, way, way more light than you need. But I had mentioned earlier about the potential of putting the second light head on here. to light up this area here, but you're fine. I mean, in reality, if you're like, if let's say you're putting a lawn tractor away after dark, there's plenty of light to get you to and from. Huh? A skip.
Yep.
Yeah, that's just this light. I think this is decent. Probably a wall pack, huh? We'll see. All right, now we're going to wrap this up. I might even throw this all together in one video and not milk it into 2 or 3. Hard to say. All right, thanks for watching. Gotta go, gotta run. See ya.